Okay, it's working. Uh, I was trying to get Twitter. Hi, everyone. Hope you are well. I hope everyone can hear me. This is the first time we're doing this live on Twitter at the same time. That's what I was trying to figure out. But I think it's working. I hope it's working. So it's Friday. So, you know what I ask every Friday? Have you reflected on your week? How has it been? How is it going? And that is particularly important this Friday because we are talking about making every day count. I know it's still the beginning of the year. Sorry. January is like Monday of the whole year. So you're still on Monday, it's okay. You can still get it together. You can still start your resolutions again. You can still try harder, try a different way. We have to make it work. So, with making every day count, this is important because so many people go through life so passively. And I know I used to as well. You just take things as they are and you're not like intentional or like doing things on purpose. You're just like going with how things are. Oh, this is what I did. This is where I work. This is my life. Like you just accept it, you know? Eh, I don't think that's the way we're meant to live. I think once you take control of your life, it's like getting in the driving seat instead of being a passenger in your own life. And it's about becoming more intentional about these kinds of things. So that's why I wanted to talk about making every day count. I hope you saw the video this week. And let me give you some more tips on these kinds of stuff. So, one of the most important things I find is the daily reflection. Because when you're not tracking something or like assessing what's going on, you just stay passive. You just keep going with how it is. You're not really noticing, was it good or bad? Do I like it? I don't like it. Am I happy with this or not? So, what I do is daily reflections every morning and every night. So, like in the morning, I'll set intentions for the day. You can do this through prayer, you can do this through journaling, you can just sit and have 5 minutes. It's good to visualize. There's so many different ways you can do it, so find a way that works for you. But what I think is important is the practice of starting the day intentionally. Like, what do I want to happen today? What do I want to do this day? What do I want to work on today? Do I want to be kinder? Do I want to work harder? Do I want to do something better than I did yesterday? Because we're not competing with anyone else. We're competing with ourselves. The only person you're competing with is you of yesterday, you of last year, you of last month. So in the morning, what do I want to get done today? What is important to me today? What do I want to think of today? What do I want to make sure I get done or do? Or which habits do I need to practice? What report do I need to write? What meeting do I have to have? What project am I working on? Set intentions. I hope today goes well. I hope that difficult person in the office does not disturb me today. Just put it out there. Put that energy out there. Whether you're praying for it or you're just letting the universe know, I need some support today because this is what I need to happen today, and you do it every day and you just get in the practice of doing it, because then you're living a more intentional day. You know what is going to happen in that day, or you know what you want to happen in that day. So the morning reflection is so important, the in setting your intentions, the visualizing. I tried this for a while. I read it in a book, like these books about laws of attraction, or like putting things out there. Visualize your day, like step by step by step. I did it for a while and I liked it, but I found it time consuming. I didn't have that much time in the morning, but it's a nice practice. See yourself doing things. And I still do this when I have a big like event or like a speech to give, or something I'm nervous about, like a meeting. That's why whenever I used to do like events in like big spaces. I used to go to the space before. Like if you have to speak in a hall, I would always go to it like a few days before, just to make sure I know the place. And then in the morning of the speech, when I'm visualizing, I see myself on that stage and I see it going well. And I feel that and I put that intention out there. And you have to like tie it to your emotions and your will. And then it makes it go easier. It takes away some of the nerves, you feel more comfortable and you feel supported. So I would suggest one of those, like either write it out in a journal or say a prayer in the morning or visualize it, set your intentions for the day. And then in the evening, reflect and assess. This is more critical. What went well? What didn't go well? Look back through your day. This meeting was hard. Oh, I was tired at this point. I ate the wrong thing. Did I snap at someone? What went well? Oh, wow, I'm so grateful for this that happened. Every day it's important, and with gratitude, because there are things in your life that are going well. There are things in your life that you didn't have that you used to pray for and wish for that you now have. There are things that you are doing and you should be proud of for yourself. So it's also nice to think of those things. Do the assessment, like what do I need to do better tomorrow? Like, oh, I forgot to call back this person, I have to push that to tomorrow. But also wow, I really handled myself well in that difficult situation today. Or I'm so grateful that there was no traffic today and I got home so fast and I got to spend time with my family. Small things. But it's important to reflect and to be grateful and to acknowledge them. The same way you put intentions out there, it's useful to also acknowledge the good things in your life and see them and be appreciative of it. Be appreciative of the wonderful weather or the kind colleague who sits next to you at work or the fact that you went to the gym today and you're very proud of yourself. You have to acknowledge these things and be grateful for them, and it will build more things in your life that you can be grateful for. The more grateful you are, the more things you'll start to become grateful for. You'll start to see better things in your life, and more good things will happen in your life. So, that is also really important. The assessment part, so that you are tracking, did I do my habits that I'm supposed to be practicing? Was I better at this? Did I speak to myself well? Was I kind to other people? Was I intentional in my work? Did I do a good job today? See the things that are important to you and see, are you actually doing them every day? So many people say, oh, I'm such a generous person. Are you? What do you actually do every day that makes you generous? Assess and ask yourself, what is the fact? When we do job interviews and people say, I'm such a dynamic, organized, versatile person. How are you dynamic and organized and versatile? Give me an example. Show me how you do that. And people get stuck. We have these big pictures of ourselves, but are you actually that? Are you measuring it? Are you tracking it? Are you intentional about it? Are you trying to be a generous person? If you are, that's good. Every day at the end of the day, ask yourself, was I generous today? Did I do something that was generous? Was I dynamic and versatile? Was I organized? Show it. Look for facts. Track it for yourself, not for only job interviews, but to really be honest with yourself. You might be surprised. Maybe you're not generous, but you're versatile. You'll find something new. But it's important to be honest with yourself and in alignment with who you want to be. If you want to be a generous person, ask yourself every day, what did I do today that was generous? And you'll see within a few days, you start to see, I wasn't generous, I wasn't generous, I wasn't generous. Oh, today I was generous. And at the end of the month, how many days in the month were you actually generous? And you build on it. Now, next month, I'll do 6 days instead of 4. Then the next month, I'll be generous 10 days. You start to track it, means you can now build on it and move forward. So, the morning and evening assessments, I think, are important. The second one is to track things. If you write things down, you can actually track them. If you measure the things, if you put it into like tangible, like when you're setting goals, how you say you have SMART goals, you have to put things into facts. Instead of saying, I'm going to read more books this year, put it into how are you tracking it? I'm going to read 10 pages a week and actually see, did I read the 10 pages? Oh, I don't know how this Twitter Spaces thing works. It's not working. We'll try again next week. Tracking things is really important, especially like I learned this in business. So when we were starting Musana, I don't remember who taught me this, but someone in Silicon Valley said they have 3 metrics for the company, and every single day, everyone in the company has to check those metrics. I think one was how many products they sold, how many customer service complaints they handled, and how many, something in the team, something to do with their team. But those were the 3 most important things for the company. So everyone in every department every day would know how many things did we sell today, so that the whole company is moving forward in one way. The vision is aligned, everyone knows what we're trying to do, and the thing that you're measuring every day, everyone is aware. The founder would write that every morning and know that yesterday was better than today. Yesterday was not as good as today, or tomorrow will do better, so that you know what you're moving forward with. And I really loved it. It made things so simple. Instead of thinking the finance department, marketing department, HR department, like everyone has their own goals and things for the year and what we're trying to do, let's all be in alignment on the major things. And I like that for your own life. So, what are you actually trying to push forward this year in your life? Track it, write it down. If it's about how much money you make, this year I will make this much money. Break it down. That means every month I have to make this much money, which means I have to sell this many products or provide this many, the service I provide this many times. Need this many clients. Push yourself with goals and make sure you are measuring it in a factual, accurate way. Not, I am reading more books this year. I will be more fit this year. How many times are you going to run or walk or go to the gym? How many books are you going to read? How many pages does that mean you have to read every day? If you want to read 10 books in the year, you need to break that down. How am I going to do it? I will read for 1 hour every day, or I will read for 15 minutes every day. I will read a newspaper every day. Start small and build up, but track it and write it down. Today I read the newspaper. Today I missed reading the newspaper. Today I read 7 pages. Today I read 15 pages. Today I read for an hour. Today I read for 15 minutes. Write it down. Right now, me, I'm tracking all my health things because I'm trying to be more intentional about that. I write down when I wake up, when I sleep, everything that I eat, how much water I drink, every small thing, and I'm logging it every single day in my phone. And I made a whole table for it because I want to track it, because I want to see, am I actually improving or not? How much many hours of sleep am I getting? How much water am I drinking every day? Am I eating healthy things or unhealthy things? So I'm tracking everything so that I can see my progress. If it's not moving at all, it means I have to do something. I need to put in effort here. I'm not drinking enough water, or I'm not getting enough exercise, or I'm not getting enough sleep. And it helps you to see it and be honest with yourself. And also, you get to see, what do I need to adjust? More of this, less of this. Where is the obstacle? Where is the problem? So that you make sure by the end of every day, you're moving forward. A month from now, I want to know I am healthier, not just I feel healthier. Why? Am I getting more sleep? Am I drinking more water? What is it? And I can go back and check. Okay, this is where we're going wrong. This is what we need to do, so that you're making progress. When I say make every day count, how do you make sure that each of your days are not being wasted? Because every day is precious. Time is the only thing we will never get back. You can make more money, you can drink more water tomorrow, you can have more fun another day, you can work harder the next week, but you'll never get the time back. And it's such a terrible feeling to have regret when you're older or later in life. I wish I had done this. I read an article about old people and, like, on their deathbeds, people in their 90s, what are the things that the advice they give young people? And it's always the same. If you ask an old person in your life, it's never, I did too much of this. It's always, I wish I had done this. It's regret that hurts. So every day is precious, and it's important to use your days so that you don't look back and say, I wish I had done this. Sometimes I do that. When I was young, I should have been healthier. Why wasn't I doing this when I was in my 20s? You know? And that's what sucks. It's not that, oh, I did this and this and this and this and this, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, you have a few of those, but regret is the worst thing, because you can never get the time back. You can never go back in time and do it all over again. Say the right thing, meet the right person, make more money, be healthier. You can't do it. The best thing you can do is be better now. Because if you're using your days intentionally now, in the future, you won't regret it. I am so glad I started being intentional about this. I am so glad I started working on this about myself. And you'll see the results later, because the time is what you never get back. So I think those are the most helpful things when I think about making every day count, that should be useful. If you try to do those things, it helps. I feel like it's helped me. When I learned these things and I started implementing them, I can see a difference in my life. Probably by the time I was like 23, 22, I was not doing any of these things. I was passive. I was just going with the flow. But once I started to take control of my own life and be in the driving seat for my life, I feel more satisfied. Even when I make mistakes, even when I don't live up to my own metrics or what I'm tracking or measuring, at least I know it's me who made that decision, who made that choice. It's my own fault if I'm not healthy. It's my own fault, because I'm very aware of what I'm doing and not doing. And I can also balance better when I think of my life in mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. I am aware of, I'm slacking in this area. I want to put more effort in this area. So I feel more satisfied in my own life. Happiness is not about the results, it's about the progress. If you get something that you want, you're only happy about it for a short period of time. But if you keep moving forward and you keep achieving what you want and you see yourself doing and being the person you want to be, that's how you feel happy. That's how your life is full and you feel satisfied and you're more joyful, because it's your life. You're not blaming other people or saying, I don't have time for this, or I never got to do this, or I wish I could do that, because you are making time for these things. You are deciding where your time and your energy and your willpower and your excitement goes. So I think that makes for a more fulfilled life. That's why every day matters. So let's make every day count. Let me see what questions we have. Um, okay. Jovia has a question. How do I stay consistent even when I don't see results? I think tracking helps it, so that you know you're being consistent. So many things you don't see results immediately, but the consistency is what's most important, because the results come later. It's like planting a seed. If you plant a seed, you don't expect a tree to be there the next day. You have to water it. for a few years before you get to see the great results that you want. I've seen a really good graphic about this on Twitter. It's like you do the same thing every single day, and then one day the results will be amazing, but the consistency is what's important. You have to build the habit. And the easiest way to stay consistent is to make it a habit so that you're not even aware that you're doing it consistently. You don't even, you get to the point where you don't need to track it because you know you do this every day. I don't need to write down things every morning that I'm going to be intentional because I've done it for so long now that the first thing when my mind wakes up is, okay, what do I need to do today? How do I want the day to go? The first thing before I see my phone, before I think about how I feel, before I look at the weather, like that's the first thing that happens in my head. So I don't have to put in effort. With consistency, you want to make it so that it's automatic. You build the habit, you build the practice, so it just becomes a part of you. So the day the results show up, you're just going to be pleasantly surprised, like, oh, wow, now the results have arrived. I've been doing the same thing every day for 15 years. And now look how amazing my life is because this is what I had wanted. It shows up. I know it's really hard, but it's building a practice. If you have to push yourself and do it every day and check every day, you're still in the practice of building the habit. Make it automatic. Do it for so long that you don't even realize you're doing it anymore. That is the best advice I think I can give. What is the difference between a day that counts and one that doesn't? When you look back, like let's say at the end of the month, there's some days you don't even remember. Where was I? What did I do? Did anything interesting happen? It's an unremarkable day. Means it didn't count. Means you lost 24 hours of your life and you never get to have that back. It means you didn't push forward that day. If you think of your life like a road or like a path, and every day that counts, you're taking a step forward, you know? The days that don't count, you were just chilling. You were sitting on the side of the road, watching life pass you by. You can't make every day count. We're not robots, we're not superhuman. Every day, everyone has days where you need to rest, you need to sleep, you need to relax, you need to just do nothing sometimes. But I don't know, even in the nothing days, I feel like those count because you're intentional about the nothing. Like, you know that today is a rest day, or I'm just going to read a book, or I'm just going to, watch TV or spend time. Days that don't count are the days that you lose. It's like pouring fuel out of your car. You just poured it out the window instead of using it for the car to move forward. Days that don't count are the days that you wasted or you lost. So it's like having, instead of having 30 days in a month, you only had 25 days in your month. Imagine if every month you only had 25 days and other people had 30 days. That's why you want to make the days count because you need to like be moving also, you know? Make every day count. It's at least try. The fact that you put in the effort every day means you're taking a step, you're pushing forward. When you look back at the end of the year, you're going to be like, wow, I've made so much progress. But if your year only had 25 days per month, which means you probably only had 10 months in the year, you've lost a lot of time that you could be doing useful stuff with. That's why it's important to make the days count. Um, what are some healthy coping skills that help you to keep going? Oh, that's an important one. Everyone needs some motivation, some support. What I like to do is build a supportive environment around myself because some days are really hard. Some days it's hard to keep going. Some days you can't convince yourself. You're negative in your own mind, you're tired in your body, you don't believe in what you're doing, you're demoralized. So you need to build an environment so that on those hard days, it's easier for you to keep going. Things like my social media, I make sure it's positive. It's not full of things that are going to make me jealous or sad or upset. It's positive quotes, it's people that inspire me, it's happy news stories, it's useful things. So that when I go scrolling, when I'm bored or demoralized or in bed, I'm seeing good things. I'm feeding my mind with good things. It's like eating good food, that's useful for your body, not the unhealthy food. You have to put in good support, good nutrition for the mind and the spirit, so that you're inspired, you're happy, you're joyful. Even when it's a hard day, I'll be on YouTube or I'll be on Instagram and I'll see something that's like, wow, okay, let's keep doing this life thing. There's good things out there too. Make sure you have supportive friends and family. People who are around you who are negative or not supportive or only have bad things to say to you, keep away from them. Avoid them. Remove them from your life. I block people so easily. In my phone, in my life, I don't even say hi to you. You're a negative person, just keep away. Someone who's always going to say something mean to me or bad about myself to make me feel bad. No, toxic people, just remove. Have a supportive environment. Be a supportive person to other people so that on your hard days, you are also taken care of, because it's really hard to keep going. Make sure that everything around you is designed to make your life better. Even the way you live, the way you're organized, how you sleep, where you keep your food, how you go to work, whatever you're doing, it should be supportive to your lifestyle. It should be making your life easier. Like when you're trying to eat healthy, take all the unhealthy things out of the house, right? Don't keep sugar and cake in the fridge if you're trying not to eat cake. You see what I mean? Make the environment around you as best for you as possible. When I'm trying to drink more water, I make sure there's always water around me. It's at my bedside, it's in the car, I have a bottle in my handbag, it's here, it's there, because I'm trying to drink more